What if your passport application is denied for a reason you never expected and had no idea could disqualify you? This is the disturbing reality now being reported by applicants across the country, as the State Department appears to be rejecting passport applications at higher rates for reasons that are catching many Americans completely off guard. The reason this story is spreading so quickly is because the passport is considered one of the most fundamental documents of American citizenship for most people. Applying for or renewing a passport has been a straightforward process involving submission of required documents, payment of fees, and waiting for the passport to arrive in the mail. The assumption has always been that if you are a United States citizen with proper documentation, your passport will be approved. But reports now suggest that the State Department has implemented stricter verification procedures that are resulting in denials for reasons many applicants never anticipated. Sources familiar with passport processing operations indicate that one of the most common reasons for denial involves discrepancies in birth certificate documentation. For decades, the State Department has accepted birth certificates issued by state and local vital records offices as primary evidence of citizenship. However, reports suggest that certain categories of birth certificates are now being scrutinized more heavily, particularly those issued in border states and those that were filed late or amended after the original birth. The concern appears to center on the authenticity and reliability of these documents. For applicants who were born at home, who were delivered by midwives, or whose births were not immediately registered with state authorities, passport applications are reportedly being denied or subjected to extensive additional review. These applicants are being asked to provide secondary evidence of citizenship, such as early school records, census records, or baptismal certificates, which many people simply do not have. Another reason for denial that is reportedly increasing involves issues with citizenship transmission for individuals born abroad to American parents. Under United States law, citizenship can be transmitted to children born outside the country if certain requirements are met, including physical presence requirements for the citizen parent. Reports indicate that the State Department is now applying stricter scrutiny to these cases and is denying passport applications when the evidence of the parent's physical presence in the United States is deemed insufficient for applicants who were born abroad and whose parents may not have kept detailed records of their time in the United States. This requirement is creating unexpected obstacles. Some applicants report being asked to provide decades-old employment records, tax returns, or other documentation proving their parents' presence in the country before the applicant's birth. A third category of denials involves applicants with criminal histories. While having a criminal record does not automatically disqualify someone from obtaining a passport, certain offenses can result in denial. These include federal drug trafficking convictions, certain sex offenses, and cases where there are outstanding federal warrants or court orders restricting travel. Reports suggest that the State Department is now conducting more thorough background checks and is identifying cases that might have been missed in the past. Applicants with old convictions they believed were resolved or expunged are reportedly receiving denial letters citing their criminal history. Perhaps the most alarming category of denials involves questions about the applicant's citizenship status itself. Sources indicate that some applicants are receiving letters stating that the State Department has been unable to verify their citizenship and that their applications are being denied pending further investigation. In some cases, these letters demand that applicants provide extensive additional documentation proving their citizenship, including evidence going back to their birth or naturalization. For individuals who have held passports for years and who have always considered themselves citizens, these letters are deeply unsettling. Immigration attorneys report that some of these cases involve naturalized citizens whose records contain minor discrepancies or whose naturalization certificates have been flagged for additional review at the institutional level. The State Department has not issued a formal public statement acknowledging a change in passport denial policies. Officials continue to state that each application is reviewed individually and that decisions are made based on the evidence presented. However, the pattern of reports from applicants and attorneys suggests that something has shifted in how applications are being processed and evaluated. For applicants who are currently seeking passports or who plan to apply in the near future, this development requires careful attention. Experts recommend ensuring that all documentation is complete and accurate before submitting an application. Applicants should review their birth certificates to ensure they are certified copies issued by state vital records offices. Those born abroad should gather evidence of their parents' physical presence in the United States before their birth. Applicants with any criminal history should consult with an attorney to understand whether their record could affect their application. For individuals who receive denial letters or requests for additional evidence, it is critical to respond within the stated deadlines. Failure to respond can result in final denial, and applicants may need to start the process over from the beginning. In some cases, applicants may have the right to appeal adverse decisions or to request reconsideration, but these processes require careful navigation and may benefit from legal assistance. The implications of this situation extend beyond individual applicants. For Americans who need passports for international travel, work, or family emergencies, unexpected denials can have serious consequences. Business trips may be missed, family reunions may be delayed, and opportunities may be lost while applicants scramble to resolve issues with their applications. For naturalized citizens and individuals with complex citizenship situations, the current environment creates additional anxiety about their status and their ability to exercise the rights of citizenship. Advocacy organizations have called for greater transparency from the State Department regarding the criteria being used to evaluate applications and the reasons for the apparent increase in denials. They argue that applicants deserve clear guidance about what is required and fair treatment when issues arise. This is a developing story, and the situation may evolve as more information becomes available. For now, anyone applying for a passport should be prepared for the possibility of additional scrutiny and should ensure their documentation is thorough and complete before submitting their application.